Hi children, good morning. Welcome to today's social class. Today we can start a new lesson that is from your geography 10th chapter Life in Desert. Okay, geography 10th chapter Life in the Deserts. Life in the Deserts. Okay, so that is your last chapter of geography. Today I am going to discuss about life in the desert. Okay, after that I will explain other chapters also. Now this chapter is very important and this chapter is coming in annual exam also. So that is why I am taking this chapter. So you have to listen carefully. The 10th chapter of geography, life in deserts. Life in deserts. Children, in chapter 5, you have seen that water means life to plants, animals, and people. It is difficult for anyone to live in place where there is no water to drink, where there is no grass for their cattle to feed on, and where there is no water to help the crops to grow. We will now learn about the places in the world where people have learned to cope with the extreme harsh temperatures. In some places, as hot as fire and as cold as ice. These are the deserts areas of the world. These are characterized by low rainfall, scanty vegetation, and extreme temperatures. Depending on the temperatures, there can be hot deserts or cold deserts. The people inhabit these lands where little water is available to practice agriculture. The hot desert Sahara. Look at the map of the world and the continent of Africa. Look at the Sahara Desert covering a large part of North Africa. It is the world's largest desert. It has an area of around 8.54 million square kilometers. Do you recall that India has an area of 3.2 million square kilometers? The Sahara Desert touches 11 countries. These are Algeria, Chad, Egypt, Libya, Mali, and Mauritius, Morocco, Niger, Sudan, Tunisia, and Western Sahara. When you think of a desert, the picture that immediately comes to your mind is that of sand. But besides the vast stretches of sands that Sahara Desert is covered with, there are also gravel plains and elevated plateaus and bare rocky surface. This rocky surface may be more than 2,500 meters height at some places. Climate. The climate of the Sahara Desert is scorching hot and parched dry. It has a short rainy season. The sky is cloudless and clear. Here, the moisture evaporates faster than it accumulates. Days are unbelievably hot. The temperature during the day may soar as high as 50 degrees Celsius, heating up the sand and the bare rocks, which in turn radiates heat, making everything around hot. The nights may be freezing cold with the temperatures nearing 0 degrees. Flora and fauna. Vegetation in the Sahara Desert include cactus, dates, palm, and acacia. In some places, there are oases, green islands with date palms surrounding them. Camels, hyenas, jackals, foxes, and scorpions. Many varieties of snakes and lizards are the prominent animal species living there. People. The Sahara Desert, despite its harsh climate, has been inhabited by various groups of people who pursue different activities. Among them are the Bedouins and Turgis. These groups are nomadic tribes rearing livestock such as goats, sheep, camels, and horses. These animals provide them with milk, hides from which they make leather for belts, slippers, water bottles, hair used for mats, carpets, clothes, and blankets. They wear heavy robes as protection against dust, storms, and hot winds. The oasis in the Sahara and the Nile Valley in Egypt support settled population. Since water is available, the people grow date palms. Crops such as rice, wheat, barley, and beans are also grown. Egyptian cotton, famous worldwide, is grown in Egypt. The cold desert Ladakh. The Ladakh is a cold desert lying in the Great Himalayas on the extreme side of Jammu and Kashmir. The Karakoram Range in the north and the Sanskar Mountains in the south enclose it. Several rivers flow through Ladakh, Indus being the most important among them. The rivers from Deep Valley and gorges. Several glaciers are found in Ladakh, for example, the Gangri glaciers. The altitude in Ladakh varies from about 3000 meters in Kargil to more than 8000 meters in Karakoram. Due to its high altitude, the climate is extremely cold and dry. The air at this altitude is so thin that the heat of the sun can be felt intensely. The day temperatures in summers are just above 0 degree and the night temperatures well below minus 30 degrees Celsius. It is freezing cold in the winters when the temperatures may remain below minus 40 degrees Celsius for most of the time. As it lies, the rain shadow of the Himalayas, there is little rainfall, as low as 10 centimeter every year. The area experiences freezing winds and bringing hot sunlight. Flora and fauna. Due to high altitude, the vegetation is pale. There are scanty patches of grasses and shrubs for animals to graze. Groves of willows and poplars are seen in the valleys. During the summers, fruit trees such as apples, apricots, and walnuts blooms. Several species of birds are sighted in Ladakh. Robins, redstarts, Tibetan snook, raven, and hoopoe are common. Some of these are migratory birds. The animal of Ladakh are wild goats and wild sheep, yak, and special kinds of dogs. The animals are reared to provide for the milk, meat, and hides. Yak's milk is used to make cheese and butter. The hair of the sheep and goats is used to make wools. People. The people here are either Muslims or Buddhists. In fact, several Buddhist monasteries do the Ladakhi landscape with their traditional gombas. Some famous monasteries are Hemis and Tiski, Shey and Lemuru. Tourism is a major activity with several tourists streaming in from with India and abroad. Visit the gombas, treks to see the meadows and glaciers, witnessing ceremonies and festivals are important activities. Children, let us wind up today's class. So, in this chapter is also over. Now you have to read this chapter many times and underline important points. Then only you can do your works. Okay, children. Thank you. Thank you to listening my class.